Good morning, dear students. So, coming to the next part of the aggregates, we are having certain tests on the road aggregates. So, since by conducting these tests, we'll come to know that whether these aggregates are suitable for the road constructions or not. So, in order to decide the suitability of the aggregate for use in the pavement constructions, these are the certain tests what we are. These are the major tests what we are going to carry out during the road construction. So in that, first one is the crushing strength test, abrasion test, that is Los Angeles abrasion test, impact test, and then the shape test. So in this shape test, again we are having different tests like flakiness index test, elongation index test, and then the angularity number test. So in that, first one is the crushing test. So here the crushing strength test, which will gives the crushing value of the aggregates, and based upon that we can decide whether these aggregates are suitable or not with respect to the strength property. So here this crushing strength test, which is one of the main mechanical properties which required for the road stones, is the satisfactory resistance to the crushing under the roller during the construction, and also which surface stresses under the rigid tire rims. So the tire rims which is usually gained by the heavy loaded vehicles. And here the aggregates which are used in the road construction, it should be strong enough to resist the crushing under the traffic wheel loads. Okay. And the aggregates, if the aggregates are weak in its structures, the stability of the pavement is likely to be adversely affected. So if aggregates are having less strength, so usually that lifespan of road also it will get decreases or reduces. So if the strength of the coarse aggregates, which is assessed by the aggregates crushing test, so whatever this test we are going to conduct, so this one it will give that strength property of the aggregate. So the aggregate crushing value, which gives the relative measure of resistance to the crushing, which comes under the gradually applied compressive load. So here, to achieve a high quality of the pavement, the aggregates which possessing low crushing value should be preferred. So here we'll conduct the crushing strength test, but we are going to find out the crushing value here. So basically we will prefer the less crushing value of the aggregates. So here these are the different apparatus. So first one is a steel cylinder of internal diameter 15.2 centimeter. So here you can see this. So these are the apparatus. This is a steel cylinder which is having the diameter that is 15.2 centimeter. And next, the square base plate will be there. So with square base plate, whatever you can see the base plate here at the bottom of this cylinder, and then again it is having the plunger. So can you see the plunger here? So this plunger will be having 15 centimeter diameter, and then 10 to 15 11.5 centimeter of height, and then the cylindrical measure, right? So this cylindrical measure which will be having 11.5 centimeter diameter, and then 18 centimeter height, and then at last you can see the steel tamping rod. So that steel tamping rod will be having a 16 diameter, and then length will be 45 to 60 centimeter. And then again we require weighing balance here. So weighing balance which is accurate to 1 gram, and compression testing machine, that is CTM, of applying load of about 40 tons. So and we require certain CU sizes, that is Indian standard CU sizes, that is 12.5 mm, 10 mm, and then 2.36 mm. Okay, so these are the apparatus. And then coming to the part, the procedure. Okay, so here the aggregates whatever we are going to conduct, it should be surface dry condition in its structure, and it should be passing from 12.5 mm ISC, and it should be retained on 10 mm ISC. Okay, and the cylindrical measure which is filled by the sample of the aggregates in 3 layers. So whatever the aggregates we are going to consider which are passing from 12.5 mm ISC and which are retained in 10 mm ISC. So the aggregates which are retained in 10 mm ISC, that one we are going to fill in the cylindrical measure in 3 layers by tamping 25 times. Okay, and by the rounded end of the tamping rod. Okay, so after the third layer is tamped, the aggregates at the top layer of the cylindrical measure which are to be leveled by using the tamping rod on a straight edge. Okay, so then the test sample is weighed. Let that weight will be the W1. Okay, and the total depth of the material in the cylinder will be, after tamping, it should be around 10 centimeter. And then the plunger is inserted on the cylinder. So after filling the aggregates in this cylindrical, I mean in this cylinder, we need to place the plunger on top of this. Okay, so this entire setup we are going to keep in CTM machine, so including this base plate, cylinder, and then the plunger. So entire setup we are going to keep in the CTM machine. And the cylinder with the test sample and the plunger in position is placed in a compression testing machine. Okay, so after placing the compression testing machine, gradual load is going to be applied on this plunger. Okay, so what is the main application of keeping the plunger in the sense, so whatever the load which will get applied by the CTM machine, so uniformly it will get distribute through the entire aggregate surfaces, right? So to provide that uniform distribution of the load which is governed by the CTM machine, so that plunger will be the mediator material so that it can distribute the load which is coming from the CTM machine. So here whatever the load we are going to apply on the aggregate samples by using the plunger, so that load is, I mean the total load is about 40 tons. Okay, so total 40 tons of loads we are going to apply on the aggregate samples. So that 40 tons, it will be a certain rate, that is 4 tons per every minute. So for the first minute 4 tons load we are going to apply, and then for the second minute it will be 8 tons, like that till we reach the 40 tons. We are going to continue with the loading surfaces just by increasing that loading part. Okay, and here, so this load is basically we will call it as the gradual load. Okay, so the gradual load we are going to increasing, and then we are going to apply the total load of 40 tons. Okay, so the aggregates which including the crushed portion, so after applying the 40 tons of the load, we should stop the machine, and then we should take out that entire assembly of the base plate, cylinder with aggregate, and then the plunger. So entire setup we will take it off, and then we will take out the crust part of the aggregate samples. So these aggregate samples, whatever which are crushed from the CTM machine, so this one we will save it from 2.36 mm ISC. Okay, so some aggregates will get passes, some aggregates will get retained. So we need to consider the passing materials from 2.36 mm ISC. So the aggregates which are passed from 2.36 mm ISC, that one we will take the weight, and then we will note it down as W2. And then the aggregate crushing value of the given sample, which is calculated by using the relation, that is W2 divided by W1 into 100. So here W1 is the total weight of the aggregate sample, and then W2 is nothing but what, the aggregates which are passing from 2.36 mm ISA. So basically we will call it as the crushed part of the aggregate. So multiply by 100. This is just to convert this one in terms of percentage. Okay, so these are the standard results which are recommended as per the IRC board committee, that is as per the Indian Road Congress. So as per the Indian Road Congress and Bureau of Indian Standard, that is BIS, so these people, I mean these committee members, they have specified that the aggregate values of the, I mean the crushing value of the coarse aggregates which are used for the cement concrete payments, that surface it should not be exceeding the 30%. So whatever the aggregates which are using in the cement concrete pavement surface, so that it should not exceed the 30%. So these aggregates whatever we are going to use in the cement concrete pavement surface, so that crushing value it should not exceed the 30%, and the aggregate crushing value up to 45% which is permissible for the aggregates which are to be used for the cement concrete other than of the wearing course. So whatever the aggregates we are going to using, the other than the wearing course, that crushing value it should not be more than 45%.